Good morning, students. Welcome to the Aryabhatta PU Science College. Now, we are going to study the expression for capacitance of parallel plate capacitor. Very important question. This question is in March 15th. So, this is very important question. In this chapter, derivation, this is a very important derivation. So consider I have already told you in the previous class about the capacitors. Capacitors, what is a capacitor? Like that I have to. This is an expression. Now we have to derive the expression for the capacitance of the parallel plate capacitor. Parallel plate capacitor means two parallel plates are there. In between the parallel plates, there is a dielectric medium is in between the plates. If it is a air or a dielectric, other like wood or other anything, it may be there. So now we have to derive an expression for this. So for this, you consider the following. So you simply have to write this 9 dot are there. You have to write down here. A is equal to area of the plate. This area of the each plate. This is one area of the plate. This is one area of the plate. So that is area of each plate. D is equal to distance between the plates. D is the distance between the plate. E is equal to uniform electric field between the plates. Uniform electric field is between the plates. Q is equal to charge on the capacitor. Q is the charge on the capacitor. And C is equal to capacitance of the capacitor. C is the capacitance of the capacitor. V is equal to potential difference between the plates. V is equal to potential difference between the plates. And sigma is equal to surface density of the charges. So, surface charge density of the plate. Sigma is equal to surface charge density of the plate. Epsilon naught is equal to permittivity of free space. Epsilon naught is equal to permittivity of free space. Epsilon r is equal to relative permittivity. That is, when a wood is in between this wood or any medium is there, then it is ER, the epsilon r. Epsilon r is equal to relative permittivity. Only epsilon naught is equal to air is the medium between the plates. So two derivations are there. I have converted into a single derivation because this derivation is very important. And next another derivation is there. This one, this is not important, but up to this you have to make perfect. So this. So once again I am saying A is equal to area of the plate of A is equal to area of each plate. D is equal to distance between the plate. E is equal to uniform electric field between the plates. Q is equal to charge on the capacitor. C is equal to capacitance of the capacitor. V is equal to potential difference between the plates. Sigma is equal to surface density of the plate. Epsilon naught is equal to permittivity of free space. Epsilon r is equal to relative permittivity, that is dielectric constant of the medium. So up to this you know. So next one is equation. C is equal to Q by V. In the first period I have explained here. So capacity C is equal to Q by V. Charge per potential difference. This is equation 1. E is equal to V by D. Potential electric field is equal to ratio of potential difference to the distance between the plate. Equation 2. These are we know already in the previous classes. And E electric field is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Half here, how this is half charge and this is half. The total for total charges, this is half sigma by 2 epsilon naught and sigma by 2 epsilon naught for another plate. Sigma by 2 epsilon naught for positive plates, sigma by 2 epsilon naught for negative plates. Add these two, 1 by 2, 1 by 2. So half plus half, this is 1. So 1 by 2, 1 by 2 is 1. That is only sigma by epsilon naught. This is equation 3. So electric field E is equal to sigma by 2 sigma by epsilon naught. Equation 3. Here equation 2 is equal to equation 3. V by D is equal to sigma by epsilon naught. Equation 2 is V by D. Put it here. And equation 3 is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Put it here. So next. And V keep it easy. It goes to this cross multiplication. but we keep it as it is. So denominator is there, it is in the denominator, d is in denominator, so it goes to the numerator. V is equal to sigma d by epsilon naught. So equation 4, put this V into the equation 1, you see V is equal to Q by V. Put this 4 equation into the 1, put 4 equation into the equation 1. Equation 1 is C is equal to Q by V. Put this V into this equation, Q by V means sigma d by epsilon naught. So epsilon naught goes to the numerator. So Q into epsilon naught by sigma d. Equation 5. So but Q by A, what is sigma? Sigma is the surface density is equal to charge per unit area. For charge per area. So Q by A is equal to sigma and cross multiplication. So Q is equal to sigma into A. So put Q into the equation 5. This 5 Q is there. Put this Q into this equation. So C is Q into epsilon naught by sigma d. So put this Q into this A here, and sigma means sigma A into epsilon naught. Q means sigma A. Sigma the epsilon naught is as it is. So that is sigma A by A into epsilon naught by sigma d. Sigma cancels. Remaining is A into epsilon naught by d. So epsilon naught A by d. So this is an expression for parallel plate capacitor. So this is an expression. When a dielectric medium is introduced between the plate, then what happens? Epsilon naught becomes epsilon naught into epsilon naught, because along this epsilon naught is free. There is no air, only air is there. If a dielectric medium is there, including this epsilon naught, it is epsilon r, it is there. So that is epsilon naught into epsilon r into A by d. So C is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon r into A by d. This is an expression for equation for parallel plate capacitor when a dielectric medium is introduced. This is an expression for one air is introduced. One is free space. Relative permittivity of free space. Free space, no. There is no other dielectric medium. Only air is there. So this is the equation. It is very, very important. I am saying another time. C is equal to Q by V. We know this. And E is equal to V by T. So equation 1, this is equation 1, this is equation 2. So E is equal to sigma by 2 epsilon naught for positive charge and sigma by 2 epsilon naught for negative charges. For 2 plates. This is for first plate, this is for second plate. Add these two. So sigma by 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2, this is 4. Half plus half is full. That is sigma by 2 epsilon naught. Equation 3. Here equation 2 is equal to equation 3. Equation 2 is 2 is V by T is equal to equation 3. This sigma by epsilon naught. We want V. So V is equal to sigma by epsilon naught here into D. It goes in numerator. Equation 4. Put this V into this equation 1. So equation 1 is C is equal to Q by V. Put this 4 V is equal to into this for V sigma D by epsilon naught. So epsilon naught goes to the numerator. Q into epsilon naught by sigma D. Equation 5. So but Q by A is equal to sigma. So that is we know that is sigma is equal to surface density, surface charge density is equal to charge per unit area, for charge per area. So Q is equal to cross multiplication is equal to sigma into A. So put this Q into this equation. In here Q is there. Put this Q into this equation. And Q I have written here Q into epsilon naught by sigma D. Instead of Q, you have to write it here. Sigma A into epsilon naught is as it is, and sigma D is as it is. Sigma cancels. So A into epsilon naught by D. So epsilon naught into A by D. This is an expression for parallel plate capacitor. When a dielectric medium is introduced between the plate, then epsilon naught becomes epsilon naught into epsilon naught. So that is C is equal to epsilon naught into epsilon naught into A by D. This is an expression for parallel plate capacitor when dielectric medium is introduced. Only here it is not mentioned whether it is a dielectric medium or air medium. If it is not mentioned, we have to know we have to write the equation up to this. If a particular question asked when a dielectric medium is introduced, then you have to write up to this here. So this up to you have to write fully, no objection. The mass will give 100%. So if for this question, if you confused and if you become confused and write up to this year, no problem. So the question will you get the full marks. So up to this, from this point to this point, you have to write it by seeing one time and without seeing another time. You have to write it in a rough. Before that, you have to write this in a notes. Okay. Next one is, what is dielectric constant of the medium? Dielectric constant means dielectric constant of the medium is defined as the ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of free space. Dielectric constant of the medium is defined as the ratio, here divided by means ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of free space. K is equal to dielectric constant, epsilon naught is equal to permittivity of free space, epsilon is equal to permittivity of the medium. So it is this is very important model question paper. It is there. Dielectric constant of a substance is defined as the ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of free space. Dielectric constant of the medium is defined as the ratio of permittivity of the medium to the permittivity of free space. You have to write. Your case all this you have to write. Here to here you have to write by seeing one time and without seeing another time. You have to write it in a rough. Okay. Next, effective capacitance of the capacitor. You see, effective means or equivalent capacitance of capacitor. Equivalent means it is equal, almost it is equal. So equal. So you see here, this is one capacitor, this is another capacitor. These are connected end to end. End to end it is connected, and one is connected to the battery plus, another connected to the battery second. Between this there is a voltage V. It is a potential difference. That means here to here one voltage V1 is there, here to here another voltage, that is V2 is there. Totally V. It is from here to here voltage V. That is potential difference is there. So effective capacitance means equivalent capacitance. When these two capacitors are connected series, these two are equal to this capacitance. So it implies single capacitor is connected like this. So this two capacitor, combination of these two capacitor is almost equal to this capacitor. So it means to say that a single capacitor is connected by the combination of these two. Sorry following. So effective capacitor means this is one capacitor C1, this is C2 capacitor. When we connect it in series, so these two is almost equal to this and one capacitor. This is nothing but a single capacitor connected. So, in the same way, if we connect it in parallel, this is parallel type. This each end. So that is the end of this capacitor. So two respective points. These two respective points connected to this one end, and these two points are connected to the another end. So this is parallel connection. So what is series and what is parallel connection? This is parallel connection, this is series connection. What is parallel connection? Two capacitors connected end to end. Here two capacitors are connected in a common points. So capacitors connected between the two respective common points. Here the capacitors connected end to end. So that is the parallel and series combination. So you know this. What is that is effective capacitance. So this is the effective capacitance of this. This is also equal to the single capacitor C connected. So the effect of this, the result of these two capacitors connected in parallel is equal to this capacitor C1. This is also same, but the combination is different. So this is, I will explain you in further detail in current electricity. Resistors connected in series, resistor connected in parallel. Same explanation is there, but it is a resistance. So I will explain in further. You can study further in the next current electricity chapter. Now you are studying this. So that is effective capacitance. So effective capacitance is a capacitance. Same effect by the series. No, a capacitor. This is a capacitor. This is one capacitor. Capacitor which can produce the same effect of the other two capacitors, either in a series or either in a parallel. So that is effective capacitance. Effective capacitance or equivalent capacitor of a capacitor is a capacitor which can produce the capacitance of the capacitor either in parallel or either in series. A capacitor which can produce the same effect by the series or parallel combination of capacitors is called effective capacitance. A capacitor which can produce the same effect by the parallel or series combination of the capacitors is called effective capacitance. You have said, I think that you understand very well. So once again I am saying a capacitor means a single capacitor which can produce the same effect by the series combination or by the parallel combination of the capacitors is called effective capacitance. A capacitor which can produce the same effect by the series or parallel combination of capacitors. A capacitor which can produce the same effect by series or parallel combination of capacitor is called effective capacitance. So this is okay. Once again I am explaining. A capacitor which can produce the same effect by the series or parallel combination of capacitors in the circuit is called effective capacitance of capacitor or equivalent capacitance of capacitor. It is important. It comes in July 15th. So you say March 15th this is there. In July 15th this is there. So this in the March 15th this may comes here. So this alternate question this is for year to year. This is if the supplementary if this question as in the main examination, March examination, this will ask. So this is alternate questions, these two. So what is meant by so that is question. So this, and when do we say that two capacitors are in series? You see, when do we say that two capacitors are in series? When do we say that two capacitors are in parallel? These two questions are there. So yes sir, in the series, two capacitors are in series. Here potential difference, you see V1 V2, this is equal to V. Potential difference across the each capacitor divides. Here divided, V1 and V2 are divided. V is divided into V1 and V2. So two total potential difference divided across each capacitor. And charges, you see here charges Q1, Q is there, here also Q, here Q, here Q. Q1, Q, there is no Q1, Q2. Charges are not divided here. Only potential difference is divided and charges are not divided here. So when do we say that the capacitor, two capacitors are in series, the total potential difference across the total potential difference divides across the each capacitor, and charges on the each capacitor is same. Charges are same. Here in parallel, you see potential difference here is the same. Potential is not divided because they are connected to the common point. So potential difference across the each capacitor is same. Here charges is divided across the capacitor. Total charges divided across each capacitor. Here is the Q charge is divided into Q1 and Q2. Here Q1 and Q2. So this is Q across capacitor. So when do we say that the capacitors are in series and capacitors in parallel? In series, total potential difference is here. Total potential difference divided across each capacitor. Charge on the each capacitor is same. Here potential difference across the capacitor is same. This is commerce. Total potential difference across the each capacitor is same. Total charges divided across the each capacitor. So this is series and parallel combination. So this you have to write down. This combination, this type of combination is called a series combination. This type of combination is called a parallel combination. Once again I am explaining 3 times. You have to remember it by seeing one time. Without seeing another time, you have to write it in the rough. Before that, all these you have to write it in the notes. You write down the diagram also. So when do we say that the 2 capacitors are in series? When do we say that 2 capacitors are in parallel? The capacitors connected in end to end such that the capacitors connected end to end such that the capacitors connected end to end such that total potential difference divided across each capacitor. Total potential difference divided across each capacitor. Total potential difference divided across each capacitor. Same charges on each capacitor. Same charges on each capacitor. Same charges on each capacitor. So this is, and this one is capacitors connected between the 2 respective common points such that the capacitors connected between 2 respective common points such that the capacitors connected between 2 respective common points such that potential difference across each capacitor is same. Potential difference across each capacitor is same. Potential difference across each capacitor is same. Total charges divided across each capacitor. Total charges divided across each capacitor. Total charges divided across each capacitor. And this is series and this is parallel. So write down all this by seeing one time. Without seeing another time, you have to write it in a rough. And before that, all these you have to including diagram also. So don't miss even a single word, single spelling also. You have to write all these in a notes, and I will see in the next period. Best of luck.